Kyrie, for the record, do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Again, I'm going to repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
At those times, there shall many stand up against the king of the south. Also, the robbers of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish division, but they shall fall.
Well, what's going to happen to them?
They shall fall.
Now, it's happening now. It's beginning to happen, right? They're about to come down. They're going to fall. And that's what Mosai had Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, and all these celebrities, because they're in the spotlight, okay? Even though we go out there and speak every week, okay, they're not going to put us in the spotlight, okay? We got to go on YouTube. We got to do a TikTok thing. We got to do a live video, right? But then a lot of times they can cut it off, right? But these celebrities in the spotlight. So whatever Kanye West says, right, all people are going to listen, right? Because the hip-hop world is what? Everybody got their attention on the hip-hop world.
Right.
Okay? That's the way Esau had it, because the hip-hop world, normally, when you sign these contracts, you got to make a song that denigrates our people. But now the Most High then turns it around and says, no, okay, Kanye West, you're going to come out and come out with the truth. Okay? So Kanye West reads. He does read the Bible from what I understand. Right? He does read things, so he reads that, okay, we're the real Jews. What's the one? Kendrick Lamar. Remember, he said it in his rap music.
Right. Don't call me black no more.
Don't call me black no more. Kodak Black. Okay?
Yep.
He says it. So now, because the attention is on the hip-hop world, their celebrities, the Most High is going to use celebrities now. Now you got the black athletes, Kyrie Irving, because the spotlight's on them. Okay? And so Esau didn't expect that. It's a chess game. It's a chess game, right? With the Most High and Esau and Satan, right? It's a chess game with the Most High, right? Because the truth, there's no lie of the truth, right?
Right.
The truth can't be hid but for so long. Okay? So now they're seeing, the ones in the spotlight are hearing the truth and seeing it, and they're coming out and saying it. Now all people have no excuse, do they? If the rappers are saying it, black athletes are saying it, and you got politicians that say it too, okay? Some of the people in churches are saying it. Now, what's your excuse?
What's your excuse, right?
What's your excuse now?
Yep.
See? So now you take that, okay, Daniel 11:14, then go to Revelation 2 and 9. Say you take these scriptures and you prove that Esau is nothing but a liar, a robber and a liar. Robbed a man's whole nationality. A nation, how do you do that? You got to teach lies. See, that's why when we first came here off the slave ships, what did they teach us? Christianity. And a so-called white Jesus. You got to teach lies. And then all of a sudden, they taught that we were Africans. They taught we were everything but the Hebrews, right? And that's why they didn't want to read or write, right? But still, even during the time of slavery, you had brothers that found out that we were Hebrews. Because they were able to learn how to read and write, then they started reading the Bible. And then you had the Most High soften up some of these Edomites to allow Negroes to read in slavery. And they were taught how to read. But they didn't expect them to learn the Bible, learn the truth, get the spirit of what the Most High said. And all of a sudden, Nat Turner's reading the Bible. So wait a minute. We're the Hebrews. We're the Hebrews. Wait. So Nat Turner went out and started teaching.
Right.
He was teaching like we teach, on the corners and everything. The Bible. That we the Hebrews, we're the Israelites, we're the Most High's chosen.
Hallelujah.
See? Gabriel Prosser and them find out too. Right? Denmark Vesey. They found out, man. Okay? Go ahead, up. Now you got to read that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So he knows our works, tribulation, and poverty. So this is the Most High now. Yahweh Shai says, I know what you're going through.
God.
See, I know what you're going through in America. I know that. But what?
But thou art rich.
But he's still saying we're rich.
Right. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not.
Yeah, the blasphemy of them, the lies of them that say they are Jews, but they are not the real Jews, right? They are not the Jews. Go ahead.
But are of the synagogue of Satan.
Right. So when you take those two scriptures, Daniel 11:14, along with Revelation 2 and 9, that just shows you Esau's a liar. He robbed the nationality, and the Most High said, them that say they're Jews and are not, but they are the synagogue of the devil, of Satan.
How do you know it's the right one?
Understand? So you have to understand that. So this is where we're at now. So the Most High now got in the spotlight now. He can't be hidden no more. The Most High even had it where a lot of those black commentators, right? They had to go look at the documentary. And now some of them are saying, wait a minute, I see some things in there I can agree with, some things I disagree with. Now they even say, wait a minute now. Right. There's some points in this documentary that I gotta look at further. Some of the black commentators were saying that.
Yeah. Yep.
So the Most High even got it. Now they had to look at the documentary. Why was this documentary so important to Kyrie Irving? He had to go look at it. So even they forced him to go look at it. Now they know the truth now.
They know the truth.
Of course, they're gonna come out in their commentator, their commentating job, and say that we're real Jews, but it's in their mind now. It's the Most High now. Now I got you. The Most High saying, now you know.
And the Jewish man is going to take Hebrew Israelite reporters and going to have them read off a teleprompter.
Right.
To try to seem as if they're recanting.
You can't. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. How about that?
Yeah.
So they forced Kyrie to apologize. You see, he had his head down. He didn't really want to apologize. He didn't really fully apologize either. He didn't fully. But he had to make it sound like he was, a little apologetic.
Right.
He had to make it.
They put a lot of pressure on
They
him.
put a lot of pressure on him.
Indeed.
They threatened him, right?
He said, I can't be anti-Semitic if I know who I am.
Yeah, I am. Right.
Exactly.
Right. He said he's a man of truth and light.
Right.
He said history shouldn't be hidden anyway. Everybody should want to learn history and who they are. So he's right on that.
Let me get that precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms
Tell them where you at.
Psalms 83. Psalms 83, verse 2. No, we'll start at verse 1 and read down to
You don't have to read the whole.
not the whole thing. Yeah, just we'll stop at 6.
Yeah.
Keep not thy silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High. O for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head.
See, they hate us. They lifted up their head. So there they go. They lifted up their head. They also lift up their head, saying they are the real Jew. That they're telling the whole world that they're the Israelites.
Right.
Okay. But now everybody's finding out. Okay, that they're not the Hebrew Israelites. Right. They lifted up their head, trying to establish a vision, and Moses said, "They that hate thee."
Right.
So showing the hatred they have for us. Okay, go on up.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
See, so the crafty counsel. Crafty, meaning they're like a fox. They go into hiding and come up. How are we going to deal with the black man? How are we going to keep this hidden from him? How are we going to destroy him? Understand? A crafty counsel. And we're the hidden ones, meaning we're not known as the Hebrew Israelites. We're known as something else. Niggas, spick, wetback,
Proverb
Christians,
and a
Muslims,
byword.
all kinds of bywords.
John.
Right. Okay, that's what it means we're hidden. Going up.
Verse 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
You cut you off from being a nation. No, Kyrie Irving, don't put that out there. That's what they're pretty much saying. You're anti-Semitic because you're not a Hebrew. But Kyrie saying, but that's what I read. I've seen that. No, you're not. You're anti-Semitic. See, cutting you off. Why? Because they want to establish the vision that they are.
Right.
Even Helen Thomas, a Jewish woman, you remember she was being questioned by a news reporter, and he said, well, what should the Jewish people do? And she said, go back to Poland.
Go
Go
back.
back to Germany.
Yeah.
Right. They were claiming themselves to be Jews.
Right.
Con.
Because why? They're Ashkenazi. They're Ashkenazi.
It's converts, man.
They're Ashkenazi Jews, right? All right. They're Caucasian Jewish people. Caucasus, from the Caucasus region, right? That's what they are. Okay.
Con.
They're Sephardic, so-called Jews. The ones from Spain, but they're not Israelites. They're not the real Hebrews.
And she died after making that
Yeah,
statement.
they killed them.
Yes, she
Right.
did.
They killed
Put
them.
her down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on up.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent.
Yeah, so no more remembrance, meaning that we will no more be known as Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
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 No more remembrance.
Jeremiah
Okay.
17.
Yeah, go ahead.
Con. For they have consulted, verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee.
Let's see, one consent, confederate. So they come together, even though they have division amongst their own selves, they will come together against
Israel.
Israel, against us as a people. They will come together in one consent.
Like you said, that's why they all the nations, they know
Yeah.
who we are,
They know who we
but
are.
they're not going to go out
No.
on a large scale and tell us
No.
who we are.
No.
Because they've already consulted to keep that hidden.
Right, they keep that in. How about that, Doc?
Salakia, I'm bringing out a precept for that.
Yeah, read it loud.
Jeremiah 17, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Right.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage
You're going to
that I
discontinue
gave
from
thee.
your heritage. Right. Meaning that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Who you historically are. Go on up.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
There it is.
For you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. See?
Con.
So discontinue from your heritage. From your culture, your customs, and your language.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, up.
That was it.
That was it on that? Right.